weekly Fire Dragon Friday live stream. I'm so happy to see you guys. This is actually a very special evening. This is actually Beltane Eve, or Walpurgis night. Tomorrow being the official Beltane, that's May Day. So guys, we are at the midpoint, Celtic midpoint, between spring and summer. So this is a very special night indeed. I think this is going to give us a lot of extra boost for the readings tonight. So I'm really looking forward to that with you guys. If you have not been here with me before, welcome and thank you so much. Thank you as well to all my new and returning subscribers. My subscriber count has actually gone up a good deal the last couple weeks. So I'm really grateful to all of my new subs out there. So thank you so much. And if this is the first time you are joining a live stream, welcome and thank you. And please do enjoy the chat option. If you're interested in a deeper reading with me, booking a personal reading, you can get in touch with me at my email or text me through my number that's provided below in the description. Also, if you are interested in any of the card decks that I use, I usually try to put the links to those, but if I don't remember to do it, just, shout me out in the comments. Let me know. Just say, hey, Ariel, I want to know what card deck that was, and I have no problem letting you know. Because I'm the same way. When I watch other readers, a lot of times if I see a card deck I'm like, I want to know what that is, right? So no worries at all. I'm very, very open on sharing those info, sharing that information. So, and also if you're interested in making a donation to the channel, my PayPal me link is in the description. And if you're here joining during the live, you can also donate using the YouTube Super Chat methods. So that is all of the options that you have available. So yeah, let me actually, I'm a little bit discombobulated here. I gotta get my stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Here's our Celtic Wheel of the Year. So I'm just going to bring this up, guys. This is definitely, I can't believe we're already here. We move through this wheel so quickly. It blows my mind. It really does. I feel like we were just celebrating Ostara right here, our spring equinox. And so we have already moved. Look at this. We've already moved to the middle of Taurus season, and that is Beltane. That is May Day. So April the 30th is really like, that May Eve, Beltane Eve, and it also is Walpurgis. So that is a really passionate, fiery, very sexy celebration. I would say that, Beltane is probably one of the most sexual and passionate, seductive, sensual Celtic season holidays. Absolutely. Interestingly enough, it sits right opposite Samhain. So we're literally, 6 months away from Halloween, right? So we're really at that midpoint. And I would say that Taurus and Scorpio seasons and signs are both like the most sexual, the most passionate, definitely the celebration of all of those things. Whereas Beltane is more, it is very much about the god and goddess. It really is that celebration of the masculine and feminine energies. It really is. I mean, there's just no way to sugarcoat. We'll try to keep this PG, or at least PG-13, but yeah, it is a sex festival. There's no getting around it. Beltane is like sex and good food and lighting your candles and your fires and just, getting it on. And trust me, I'm in a long-distance relationship. If my honey was here, I probably wouldn't be on this live stream. I'd be hanging out with him. I'm just putting that out there. To me, it's like Scorpio is more like sex, death, and rock and roll and other people's money. But, Taurus is just like sex and chocolate and yum. It really is. And so Beltane, like all of the traditional Celtic observances or, you know, things that they would do during that holiday really have to do with that. Like dancing around a maypole is so funny. Once I remember having that conversation with my mom, and she was just like, oh yeah, we danced around the maypole as a kid. You know, you white weave the ribbons around this pole. And I had to tell her, I'm like, Mom, do you know what the pole is a symbol of in the old days? And she was just like, what? And I'm like, oh boy, am I going to ruin my mom's innocence here? I had to tell her, you know, that the maypole is a phallic symbol, and you have the little kids dancing around it because it's a celebration of the masculine aspect, which is half of where the kids come from. And so she was like, I had no idea. Oh my God. I was like, yep, sorry to tell you, Mom. You were dancing around the phallus pole, but you know. So, you know, it is a celebration of flowers, you know, the abundance of life. To me, it is that Empress card. It absolutely is a season of rebirth, renewal. You'll definitely notice, you know, more baby birds being hatched, more bunnies, more lambs, more sheep. You know, and of course, in Celtic tradition, that would have been a huge time of, you know, just a celebration because my goodness, when you're a farmer or you're, you know, working with the animals, you really need that to be good. You need those baby sheep to be born, and you need those chickens to hatch, and you need all that stuff to be working. And so Beltane, you know, is a big celebration of that as well. It's the harvest of the earth, or really more, not so much maybe the harvest, that's more getting into fall, but it's really that like rebirth. It's that season. It's beautiful. So, you know, because this is really the proper, like when you look at the wheel, you know, it's really, this is the proper rebirthing season. This is when, you know, all the plants that you've, you know, seeds that you've planted are starting to come up. You know, it's just gorgeous time. It is. It's a beautiful, fabulous time. It's very romantic. It's very sexual, very passionate. So, you know, I think tonight's love sign readings are going to be very hot. They're going to be good because we're doing these reads during a very, very passionate, sexy, love-oriented time of the year. So I think that's pretty awesome. Tomorrow is officially May Day, officially Beltane. So if you guys are around, I'm going to be planning to do a live stream probably around 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'll jump on here and we will do our official Celtic season celebration and readings for all the signs as well. It will be a busy weekend because we're going to be doing the reads tonight. We're going to be doing reads probably tomorrow. And Spirit Animal Sunday is returning on Sunday evening. So I will be a busy little dragon here. And let me check. I'm seeing who. We don't have a whole lot of people. Hey, Arby, good to see you. This is an Amazonite and a black tourmaline for markers. Yeah, farmers like a good party too. You're right about that. What happens when two dragons meet each other? Well, you know, that's an interesting thought. I was actually just thinking about that last night. It's interesting that you said that because I have dragon people in my life, and sometimes it works out great and sometimes it doesn't. It's very, it really depends on the people. I have a couple of dragon year friends, and we get along fabulous. We always have a good time. And then I've had other dragons in my life where I'm just like, no, like, oh, it was like we were too much for each other. It was just too much fire, too much intensity. And so, yeah, it just, you got to take it. It's so much more than, you know, we're so much more than just one thing in our chart, you know. We're our Chinese lunar sign. We're a very big combination of all of our stuff in our natal chart. So, you know, it's like it really is about the combination. It can be, yeah, a little scuffle for dominance. You know, the dragon sign in Chinese astrology is equivalent to Aries. It's equivalent to Aries in the Western wheel. So keep that in mind. Imagine two Aries folks together. It's fiery. It's feisty, and sometimes it's fabulous. Sometimes it's like, oh, we're partying and we're having a good time and we're dragon dancing, and then other times it's like, you towing the line with me, buddy. So it can be a little bit of a squick there. It can be. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna light my candles up, get those going. I did not do any oils on these tonight, but probably tomorrow I will add some for the May Day celebration. We're just gonna go ahead and light these little Beltane Eve fires. Yep, that's a big bonfire thing. Yeah, dragon people are very lucky. People who really, you know, are into the auspices of Chinese astrology, they'll try very hard to have kids born in the year of the dragon, or to do things or start businesses or things like that in the year of the dragon, because it's considered to be so auspicious. Yes, very much so. Yeah, it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at our astrology for the week, guys. Oh yeah, RB. Same here. I can be. Sometimes I know when to you know, lay back on things, but you know, dragon personalities are strong. They're hard to ignore. They're hard to ignore, and you know, even if we try to kind of stay in the background, it doesn't work. People push us into the foreground even if we don't want to be there. So yeah, it can be a lot. I can barely see that, Arby. But yeah, I'll take your word for it. All right, so here we go, guys. Look at all this Taurus energy that we have going on this evening. We have the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Uranus all traveling along in the sign of the Bull. And if you happen to be here on the East Coast, this is all hitting the 7th house of relationships. So this definitely will be some good reads this evening. I think it'll be very, very insightful. We do have our Capricorn moon just starting, so everybody's working for the weekend. Yeah, I know I am. I was born with a Capricorn moon, and when the moon is in Capricorn, guys, we do take things very seriously, very steady. We're really thinking about work, investment, making progress, making money. And, you know, keeping our commitments. That's a responsibility sign for sure. So I would absolutely say this weekend may feel like, you know, even though we've got all this wondrous, sexy, passionate Beltane energy, telling you a lot of folks might be doing a lot of work this weekend, simply because that Capricorn moon is really putting that across to us. Yeah, so and also it's creating a nice trine to this Taurus energy. So you know, if you are working or doing something, you know, that's, you know, with an eye towards the future, or investments paying off in the future, this weekend is great. It's great for that, because it really, the energy is very supported there. Mars is moving along in the sign of Cancer right now, and that's as well very supportive to this Taurus energy right here. So I like that. You know, I like that. Taurus is getting a nice burst of opportunity. Your stamina and your energy may be a little bit higher, and you also might be a little bit stronger, you know, in that fight energy. You might be more assertive, you might be more willing to stand up for yourself. Definitely brings that to the forefront. For all our Scorpio folks and all of us in general, we just did enter the time of Pluto going retrograde just a few days ago. And so that starts the 5-month-long Pluto retrograde of the year. Some people get real worried about these retrogrades, and I would tell you, don't be worried about them. Don't worry about them too much, guys, because all of our large planets, you know, outside the asteroid belt from Jupiter on through Pluto, all of them go retrograde for about 5 months a year, and then they're direct for the rest of the 7. So don't worry too much about that. I will say that, you know, when you have a retrograde planet that's one of those outer planets, it does give us a opportunity to draw within and to make those changes that we need necessary, because it is that returning energy. We return to something, we go within and we sort something out. And so for, you know, that Pluto retrograde, what it really means is that you're going to be doing a lot of inner psychological work, maybe dismantling old issues and finding solutions that are very healing to your psyche and to your deep emotions, because Scorpio energy is very much about that. Pluto is the Scorpio ruler. It does deal with transformation, you know, death, and many times those deaths are not literal but figurative. You know, those are all about death of the ego, death of, you know, negative psychological or emotional patterns or habits. And so certainly this is a very powerful 5-month period. of Pluto being retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. This is very much about taking responsibility for our psychological health and well-being. And I absolutely encourage you to use that energy. For all of my Scorpios out there, or Scorpio influenced folks, you may be feeling like, you know, it's a little bit of a break, you know, when your ruling planet goes into retrograde, right? It's a little bit of a break. It gives you a chance to kind of regroup and rethink, you know, slow down if you've been going too fast in life and working too hard. But we are entering our retrograde season, and this is just the beginning of it, as Saturn goes retrograde later in the month of May, and we're going to start seeing all of our large outer luminaries do that. So yeah. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Let's go ahead and start. I'm going to burn some sage and some sweetgrass. Yes, having a Capricorn moon makes you insanely serious. I sometimes hate it. I have to, that's why I'm glad that I laugh a lot. I'm glad that I had a dad who laughed a lot, and thank goodness for that, because with a Capricorn moon, we can often be too serious. But the good thing about that, see, I'm a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Mars. Okay, guys? I got 4 planets in Capricorn. And I would tell you I'm younger now than I was when I was actually chronologically younger. That's the thing about Capricorn. We age in reverse. We're way more serious when we're really young. It's horrible. Capricorn people are born as little old men. We are. We are. If you see a little Capricorn girl, she's not a little Capricorn girl. She's an old man. She's old father time looking at you all serious like, don't you waste my time. Don't you mess with me. When I was a 2-year-old and people used to ask me my name, I don't remember this because I was 2 years old, but my mom said that I would tell them that my name was bad news. 2 years old, little girl. If they asked my name, I told them my name was bad news. I don't know where in the world I got that. But I think that was Capricorn. That was Saturn. That was Saturn saying, don't you mess with me. I already know you're trying to butter me up for something that's not good for me. Capricorns are very cautious. They're very cautious. They really know when there's a little grift going on. They're real careful about that. It's like, are you here to either waste my time or my money or mess with me? They're very cautious. And if somebody just comes and gives Capricorn a gift without them feeling that they worked for it or deserved it somehow, they get real funny. I've had that happen to me. Somebody just give me something and I don't know them real well, and I'm like, why are you giving me this? I've literally said that to people that try to just give me something. I'm like, what's that about? Why are you doing that? That's why Capricorns many times have a reputation of not being very nice. We're plenty nice if we trust you, but if we don't know you, lots of luck. Lots of luck. We'll always have a little bit of our guard up for that, for sure, until we really get to know you well, because, you know, a lot of folks just ulterior motives. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of folks have ulterior motives, and Capricorns know that really, really well, because often we have some ulterior motives ourselves. We're well aware of that. We know exactly. Capricorn's motto, you know, all the signs have a motto, like I analyze, you know, I serve, all of that. You know, Capricorn's motto is I use. That might not be the most flattering, but it is very truthful. Capricorns do use their situations to advance. They really do, even if they're not quite aware that they're doing that. And that's why they're very resourceful. That's why they tend to just make it, even if other people aren't making it, because they're like, I can use everything in my environment. Freaking goats, you know, they'll eat anything. They'll eat anything. And Capricorns are like that. They will digest the difficult experiences and situations of life and just keep going. And you're like, how are you doing that? Yeah, we'll just metabolize all the hardship, all the pain, and just keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. They're very resilient. I believe in Capricorns. There's a lot of Capricorns I've seen out there, and there's a couple I know they're going through hard times, and I just remind them, I'm like, look, you're a Capricorn. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Yep. 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 All right, guys, so let's go ahead. I've got 2 tuning forks. These sound so good together, the Venus fork and the heart chakra fork. So I'm going to go ahead and start these, and we're going to jump right into our card readings for the week. Yeah, I also want to point out that, you know, Pluto, we're talking a lot about Capricorn right now. Easy thing for me to talk about because I'm a goat. But, you know, the Pluto retrograde absolutely affects Capricorn pretty strongly, especially late degree Capricorns, like myself. Yeah. Oh, these are tuning forks, Hang 'em High. Good to see you, by the way. And I have quite a nice collection of them. I actually use them for sound therapy work. But they're great for like clearing your cards, clearing your personal energy, and just raising your frequency. Tuning forks really do work for that. They're very, very good for sound therapy. This one in particular is the heart chakra fork. That is the F. And this one is the Venus fork. That is tuned to the frequency of the planet Venus. And so that's probably why old Markers is enjoying the heck out of this one, because he is a Taurus ruled by Venus. So this is Venus fork, yeah. That's his planet calling his name. Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend tuning forks and getting into those. They're wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, let's see what we've got tonight, y'all. We got a little group in here right now. We might get more folks in as the night goes on. The weather is a lot nicer right now out there, so you know, a lot of folks might be out there enjoying their evening, so that's fine. Venus forks have more uses, sure. You know, I mean, for me, I like to use, I have a full set of planet forks. You know, the sun, earth, Saturn, all of them, you know, I have a full set of planet forks. And so when I, you know, use those, I like to use them when we're doing, like tonight, we're doing love readings. So why not bust out the Venus fork? Venus is our planet of love and relationships, right? We're also in Taurus season, so it's quite perfect for that. Yeah, you can use them as you see fit. There is no real wrong way to use tuning forks. Well, there probably is, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm sure there, you know, there, you never know. People. People. Hello, Heathen Coalition. Happy Hexnock to you as well. Whatever that may be. It is Beltane Eve. Absolutely. But good to see you. Very good to see you. So we're gonna start out with Aries. I love these. I hadn't used these little cards, and I like to use cards to start out our signs for each one. Aries, the radical. There we go. Let's see what we have got for you coming up this week, Aries. And I also want to point out for everyone that all of my May monthly readings are up. They are ready to watch. That is the overview for each sign for the month of May. All 12 of those, I got them done. I was very productive this week. So all of those are posted for you and to enjoy at your own timing. So Aries, let's see what we have. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us our awesome Aries out there. What have they got going on for them this week to be aware of in love and romance? Show us Aries. Courage, Aries. Be strong, Aries. This is really a card. This is your theme for the week that tells you to not sit back. Don't be too timid. If you feel like you need to push through, be assertive, say what you need to say. Step up and say it. This is having courage in a love situation, relationship situation. Normally you might hold back and not say what you're thinking or not do what you're wanting to do. But this is a week when you definitely want to do just that. You don't want to hold back your truth, even if it's a little bit scary, right? Even if it, you know, even if it makes you a little nervous to speak it or say it or take that action, it's time to strengthen up. Don't worry about it. So let's get into your tarot for the week. Let's start out with 3 on this for Aries. Ooh, interesting. All right, guys. So we're starting out with our 3 of Swords. Starting out with the 3 of Swords. So some of my Aries might actually be starting out the week in a feeling of heartache of some kind. For some of you, that could be going through just having, you know, been through a recent breakup, going through a difficult time in a relationship. And sometimes it can even be somebody coming to you and saying they're having a hard time in a relationship. Either way, that definitely relates back to that courage card. It says, don't get discouraged. You know, this sadness, this trouble will heal with time. It's time to shake those swords on out, Aries. Don't hang on to the pain of the past beyond how long it takes you to heal from it. So let's clarify. I'm going to clarify with the Modern Witch Tarot here tonight. Wow, these just want to jump. Settle down, guys. Let's get one on this for Aries, please. Aries always makes my cards fly out, I tell you. So King of Cups is on top of this one. So to me, this is seeking wise counsel. But you may not want to worry too much because this is a really nice, solid person. The King of Cups energy is Cancer energy, and it is generally a trustworthy person in an emotional situation. So Aries, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling that heartache, if you have gone through a recent loss or a recent, you know, breakup, seek out the help of somebody who's very emotionally supportive and that you know has your back. Likewise, if you are in a difficult situation that is not love related, you may have a partner or a love interest who is very supportive to you as well throughout this week. In the center, we have the Ace of Swords. So this to me is clarity. It's victory over something that had been confusing to you in the past. It's very strong air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So it is big, strong ideas coming to the forefront, overcoming those communication obstacles. So remain objective, communicate clearly and concisely. Don't bring a lot of drama into the situation. It is not necessary. Oh yes, King of Swords, hello. So Aries, you might be dealing with an Aquarius this week. A lot of strong Aquarius energy here. A King of Swords and it's an Aquarius king. So to me, this is definitely, ooh, King of Swords clarifying the Ace of Swords. Definitely a victory of some kind, but it comes as a result of you detaching from the drama, you know, the chaos kind of feeling, the messier emotions that don't really help you in the situation, and seeing things very clearly, very logically, very practically. And yeah, sometimes that means making a tough decision, or it means detaching from a lot of personal or interpersonal dramas. Yet again, look at what's coming out at the end of this week. Wise counselor. We already had that counseling kind of energy at the beginning and here at the end. So I absolutely, Aries, part of this courage that you're having this week around love and relationships may be the courage to go to marriage counseling, relationship counseling, some kind of help, some kind of therapy. That is a Taurus energy. It's the Hierophant. This is the person that holds the keys to the kingdom. They've got the wisdom. They've got the knowledge. This is uniting with a spiritually minded community or person. Very strong. This is nice. This is a nice read. It tells me to detach from any personal dramas, seek good counsel, whoever that may be for your situation. These are general, so take them as they resonate. On top of the wise counselor, yet again, more Cancerian energy with this powerful Chariot card. So I feel like you really get what you need. Aries, I almost called you Scorpio. There's a Scorpio in your life? So let's see what happens. You know, this to me is you going to a very, very good place. Very good place here. Let's see, we're just gonna, yeah, we're not gonna have that. All right, so we're going to just, I'm sorry, I had to take care of something there, guys, in the chat stream. So the Chariot on top of the Counselor, to me, this is nice. It's very complimentary. Taurus and Cancer energy really are about moving you forward in a much more positive direction. You're really going to a place where you understand your subconscious feelings and drives so much better this week. Very strong Cancer energy, very strong counseling energy on this. So absolutely, Aries, if you've been afraid to take that leap and go to get some therapy or help, absolutely, this is a great week to do it. And I think if you do, you're gonna get a lot out of it. You're gonna get what you need out of it. Look at this. Yes, on the bottom we got the Wheel of Fortune. So to me, that's breaking out of that stagnation. And there we are. There you are on the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. So I do feel like you're breaking through something very, very strong this week. You're getting a lot of clarity. You're having a victory over a lot of past confusion here, Aries. I'm so proud of you. This is a great reading for you. Very strong energies on this. Very strong Aquarius. Very strong Cancer. and a little bit of Taurus. A little bit of Taurus in there too. But this is a very strong reading for you. And romance. See, look at that. Your affirmation of the week is romance. So love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. So I do feel, you know, Aries, you may be going through a situation in love, but I feel like when you address it with someone, or, you know, you both seek wise counseling, you're gonna heal real quick from it. It's like it'll get so much better. It will get so much better if you're going through something at the start of the week. Hang in there, hang in there. Have courage, have faith. All right. All right, let's see what we've got for Taurus. Taurus, the bombshell. Yes, you are. I love these cards. These are super, super fun. So, Taurus, let's see what we have got for you this week in your love readings. This is definitely a interesting night, interesting weekend for Taurus. We're having a big Celtic Beltane celebration over this week. So let's see what we've got coming up for you in your messages. Dear angels, guardians, ancestors, show us what you have for Taurus in love and romance this week, please. Celebrations, yes. And what did I just say? We're having a big celebration this weekend for Taurus. So absolutely, Taurus, I would say no matter what your situation is, it's a celebration weekend, absolutely. And if you're single, if you're coupled, if you're in separation, no matter what your situation is, I would recommend celebrating the good things in life, celebrating what makes you happy, focusing on those things, because as we know, when we do that, we tend to get more of that coming through. So let's get into your tarot, Taurus. Let's see what we've got coming through this week for you. Starting on a nice high note, I feel. Woo! Okay, Taurus, so we're starting out with a 5 of Swords. This is that stand up and fight for something or walk away. It's also contemplating people that may be in your life that don't have the most integrity or honesty when it comes to their dealings with yourself or others. So this is really telling you, avoid people who lack integrity or have questionable motives. Ooh. Let's see, this is an interesting one. Yeah, the Fool. Take a leap of faith. I would jump away from this person. I would take a leap of faith getting away from someone or something like that. What's really interesting as we go through this week, we have the Queen of Cups coming up after that. That's our Scorpio queen. She is all about personal boundaries, emotional boundaries. Sometimes she's very emotionally available, but you might not want to be so emotionally available with certain people. So let's get a clarifier on this Queen of Cups, please. The Three of Cups, yes. And so to me, this is really trusting only the people that you know have their back, right? Trusting the people that support your personal growth, development, and your well-being. Yeah, because our Three of Cups is good friends. Celebration time again. You know, this is really focusing on those happy feelings, not paying attention or spending time with people that don't give you that. Look what comes up right after that Queen of Cups. We got the King of Cups. So here's some power couple energy coming in here for you. Maybe very strongly associated with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Very, very nice. So let's see what clarifies this. Again, you know, like I said, our King of Cups is a very strong counselor kind of energy. This is a trustworthy person. Sometimes it's a family member, somebody that's in your life that's very, very strongly in your corner. Very good energy. Very good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Taurus, if you're involved with a water sign, this is a great week for you. That star card is right on top of that King of Cups, and the Three of Cups on top of the Queen. So it's very celebratory. It feels very freeing. It feels like, you know, your hopes and dreams and wishes can come true with this person. And it may not just be you, right, that's working through it. It may be them as well, because we have both sides represented here. We have both our King and Queen of Cups. Both of them working through mutual issues on their own and then coming together to have this really beautiful union that's very successful, very bright. So on the bottom we have the Ten of Swords, right? Ten of Swords is the end of a difficult situation, wrapping up some painful old cycles, the end of anxiety, the end of fear and worry. On the bottom, yeah, Seven of Wands. Pick your battles wisely, Taurus. I don't think this is a week for fighting. I really don't. I don't think this is a week for being too stubborn or dug in. And I know how y'all can get. I know how y'all can get. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. You know, fight only the battles that are really meant to be fought, you know. But for the most part, I would let this go. I would let go of anyone or anything that isn't honest with you or doesn't feel right to you. And I would pay attention to the things that are good in your corner. And look at that. Love is our affirmation. Very, very nice. So love is in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. I would agree. I would agree. Very nice week, Taurus. Yeah. And if you got some healing work to do in a relationship, I think it's going to happen. And I think that the more that you do that, the more that you get help for yourself, the more they get help for themselves, and maybe sometimes mutually as well, the better it all goes. The better it all goes. Yeah, you're welcome, Markers. I think that's a great read. That's a really nice one for Taurus. And I did get your PayPal payment for your reading, so I will be in touch as soon as possible. Definitely. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just clear these cards out a little bit. Yeah. And we're going to jump into Gemini. Gemini the butterfly. We got a lot of Gemini energy coming up in this month ahead. Absolutely, we do. So let's see what we've got for our little gems out there. Let's see what good kind of week we're having for a Gemini. I know there's a lot of heavy energy, there's a lot of earthy energy, right, for our Geminis out there. So let's see what we have for you, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors. Show us our beautiful Geminis out there, whatever they need to know for their highest good in love and romance this week. New beginnings. I like that. That sounds fabulous to me. So focus on new beginnings. And Gemini, when it's around your love life, this can have to do with either new relationships coming in, a fresh new reinvigoration of an old relationship that makes you feel like you're falling in love with them all over again. That's what I feel very strongly with that. So let's get a little tarot on this. We're going to see what we got for our Gemini folks. Yeah, you're very earthy. I feel like you're feeling that earthy energy this week, Gemini. You're starting out with the Eight of Pentacles. So this to me tells me slow and steady wins the race. If you're working at a relationship or you're working through something difficult in a relationship, don't give up. Keep at it one day at a time. Be very patient. Be very dedicated. Don't let worry take you over. You know, if you've had any concerns or, you know, issues, don't let that take things over. Pay attention to working on this, because if it's someone that you truly are connected to and you love each other, it's definitely worth putting in the effort to smooth things out. Just be patient. Just be patient. I can feel some of you arguing with that. I can feel it. I can feel Gemini going, I don't want to be patient. But you gotta be. Look at that. Three of Wands. If this is something where maybe you're in, lack of communication, or you've been in separation with a certain person for a while, if that's your situation, be patient waiting for them to come to you. Yeah, you don't need to chase them down. Work on yourself, let them work on them, and they're just going to come to you. That's the Three of Wands, is waiting for your ships to come in. Right in the center is that heavy Capricorn energy with the ego card. This is the same as the Devil card in the traditional deck. So it is the illusion of being trapped or stuck. Many times it's routines that have gotten really not fun anymore. To me, it's like with that Capricorn energy, the negative side of Capricorn is that we can be total workaholics. So Gemini, this might be you working at something that hasn't, it's just kind of gotten not, or it's like it's not giving you joy anymore. So it's really time to turn some things loose, accept responsibility for certain situations, and then make choices that support the path to happiness. It can be letting go of addiction sometimes, or unhealthy habits that no longer serve you. It's very strong energy. I'm never afraid of that Devil card. To me, it's all about setting yourself free. And look at that. Right on top of that, we've got our Wheel of Fortune clarifying it. So yes, this is definitely a week of setting yourself free from some negative old cycles, habits, or routines, so that you can embrace something that's much more expansive and full of good luck. Outcome card of the week. Woo! 10 of Pentacles. You are feeling a lot of earthy energy this week, Gemini. I do feel like things will turn out very much in your favor. It does require some work and responsibility on your effort, but I wouldn't turn away from it. I would do the work that you're guided to do. I would take the steps you're guided to take, because to me, this is that security, both financially, emotionally, peace and contentment in life, just feeling better, just feeling more stable as we work through this week ahead for you. Yeah, a lot of end to worry. This is, this is what you've been dealing with here. And that might be part of that Devil card, that ego card, right? Because the Nine of Swords is definitely a card of anxiety, sleepless nights, letting yourself just really get caught in that negative cycle. So absolutely, it's letting you pay attention to that. Realize, these are some cycles that are worth breaking. Because good things are coming in, but if you're so focused on the things that aren't going right, or the things you're worried might not go right, you won't be able to see them. You won't be able to see those doors of opportunity open because you got the blinders on. Underneath, yes, Page of Pentacles. My goodness, this is an earthy week. So for some of my Geminis, I'm just going to go ahead and throw out that some of you might be with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn here this week, or those signs might be affecting you very strongly because we've got so much earth in this reading. So Page of Pentacles on the bottom, that is my little adventure of the tarot, and it's very much about investing in something new. Judgment card, did we say? New beginnings is your theme of the week. So this, again, it could be somebody coming back in for a second chance. They want a new beginning. You might feel like you're falling in love with somebody all over again, in a current relationship, or it could be meeting somebody entirely new, Gemini. Let's see what we've got for your affirmations this week. Ooh, society. Society is your affirmation. So say yes to the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and new love interests for singles will be the result. So yes, if you are a single Gemini, get on out there. Absolutely get on out there. This is a nice week for it. Yep. Yeah, that's Gemini for sure. The social butterfly. And it's really funny that that card came out because they're such social people. All right, Cancer. Hey, Cancer. Hey, Shanta. Good to see you so. Aw, good to see you so much in the chat. Yay. Very excited to have you here. Right on time. Right on time. There's Cancer, the doula, the caretaker, the mothering energy. I love these cards. These are super, super fun. The ones I'm using tonight for our keywords for our our sign identifier. So Cancer, I hope you're having a great week. You know, Mars has been moving along in the sign of Cancer for just a little bit here, and Mars in your sign is definitely re-energizing you. You might feel like you're waking up out of a bit of a hibernation. You may very much feel that way, Cancer, as Mars moves through your sign for the next about month and a half. About a month and a half. So, oh, Silver Star, I hope you're doing good, hon. I'm so sorry you're getting over sicky six. Blech. My allergies are kicking my butt tonight. I'm feeling, oh yeah, I've definitely been feeling kind of draggy today. So I understand. No worries. You take good care of yourself. You get rest. All right. So Cancer, let's see what we got for you. You're wide awake with that with that Mars energy going through your universal first house. I would say that this next couple months ahead for Cancer, wow, you might be not willing to back down. You're going to be feeling extra assertive, extra argumentative sometimes. You might feel extra moody too. You know, Mars and Cancer can be super moody, so take that all into account. Let's see what we've got for you coming up for this week ahead in love and romance. Show us, Cancer, dear angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Ooh, Cancer, you flipped out the card of new beginnings as well, just like Gemini had. How about that? So this, I'm going to tell you the same basic stuff that I told them. This could be a week of a new relationship coming in. Could be a week where you feel like an old relationship gets a new energy or new reinvigoration. You know, this is really a good feeling, no matter whether you're single, coupled, or in separation. This could also be somebody wanting a new opportunity with you. You know, if you knew them from the past, it's like, hey, can I have another chance, Cancer? Hello. Let's get some tarot on this for you. Let's start out with 3, please, for Cancer. Yeah. Yes, this definitely could be somebody coming back around this week, Cancer. We got that 5 of Cups. So I could say that this might be you, but I feel more like it's them. Why do I feel that way? I just do. I feel like this is them sitting by that old river of tears thinking about the things that didn't quite go right, and they're wondering if they got a second chance with you, Cancer. I'm just saying that is what I'm feeling about it. So let's see a clarifier on this. You know, I mean, it could be you thinking about the things that went wrong, but I feel like it's more like I feel like that's outside of you. I feel like it's somebody else thinking about all that stuff. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. You have a Leo? Do you have a Leo in your life? Because that could be a Leo energy or a fire sign in your life. Somebody's mulling something over, wanting to recreate something new, maybe out of the ashes. Yeah. Knight of Wands in the center. This is a big reason I'm feeling this, you know, is I feel like somebody's rushing in to say hello or ask for a new opportunity, a new chance. This feels very specific. It feels like this is somebody from the past, you know, and can be that player. It can be that player energy sometimes, not always, but you know, this can sometimes be that person that just rushes into your life and it's very exciting and very passionate and hot, but then it just, you know, they can rush right out just as quick. So sometimes you got to be aware of that. It is also things picking up speed. Like if things have been kind of stagnant or they haven't been moving for a while, it can be things coming out of that stagnation. 2 of Pentacles. So I really feel like you've got to balance this for yourself. If this is an offer you're receiving or somebody that's coming in very quickly this week, Cancer, you've really got to think it over. Is this somebody that, you know, really is good and brings more balance and more harmony into your life, or are they just going to disrupt it entirely? I would also say that this is you making a choice to bring more joy back into your life and into your love life and having more fun. Having more fun, maybe going out a little bit more, especially if you've been working too hard. And a lot of my Cancers do work too hard. That's why they're not here very often. Because they're working. Queen of Swords in the outcome, to me, I get a feeling, Cancer, if any sort of player energy or any kind of people like that come your way this week, the answer is probably going to be no. Like, it's going to be no. You're just like, I don't need that. This is Libra energy. She is definitely one tough customer. Our Queen of Swords, I love her because she's definitely the kind of person that's like, your drama is not welcome here. Your difficulty is not welcome here. I'm going to laugh it off and I'm going to say that was really funny, and then I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on my career, my well-being, my personal balance. Darn, yes, yes, yes. Let's get a clarifier on this Queen of Swords. Yeah, and I mean, you might be a little on the fence about this decision. You might be, but it also may be a really powerful moment where you release something that had been kind of hanging. You know, this could be somebody that keeps coming back around every couple months or every once in a while. They keep coming in, and you might say, you know what, I'm finally just going to make this very clear that I do not want this silliness in my life or in my court. No. Yeah, oh, Cancer, you were just saying no to something. There could be a fire sign that's got a real hang up about you. A Sag, a Leo, Aries. But you're walking on out that door. You're just like, you're just rubbing yourself out. Like, I can't take this anymore. I'm done. I'm out. If it's not emotionally and spiritually fulfilling to you, you're tired of fighting, you're fatigued with this person, and maybe that new beginning is really for yourself. Or you're meeting somebody new that really just makes it very obvious that you're totally over this other person that keeps on popping up every once in a while. It's a nice week though. I like it. You know, this is one of them kind of kick-ass weeks where you really, you know, clear some crap. Wash that person right on out of your hair, you know? That's absolutely it. Yeah, reinvent yourself. This is definitely you. Oh, this is all about you. Transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. Woo! New beginnings and self-reinvention for you, Cancer. And I think because this is a love reading, I think it really has a lot to do with you saying, you know, I'm really setting my sights on what I truly want, desire, and deserve, instead of taking the bare minimum from some jackass that keeps running in here every time they're bored or lonely. You know, that's not gonna work. No. All right, that's a good read. I like that one. That's I feel like that's a very more specific one to somebody. It is. That's a more specific one. That's not going to resonate with as many people, but the ones it does, whew, they're going to feel that. They're really going to feel that. All right, so good to see you, Corey Ann. And Yuyi, I'm so glad you made it to the chat tonight, sweetheart. It's a little bit slow tonight, a little bit slow, but we're still here. We're still here. We're good. I think one of our mods said she was sick tonight, so we're just hanging in there. We're hanging in there as much as we can. Yes, we are. All right. Let's get into our Leos. Let's get into Leo the Lover. Woo! I love these cards. I haven't used these in a minute for our sign call outs, but yeah, Leo the Lover. Oh, expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm. Yeah. Oh, Krista. Yeah, that's right. That's right. She did. So yeah, we're limping along a little bit this weekend, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. All right, let's get into it for you, Leo. Let's see what we've got for you, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors. Please show us what you have for Leo in love and romance through this week for their highest good. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, freedom, Leo. You got freedom. Freedom. So, yeah, wow, Leo, this could be interesting this week. Let's see what we've got. You could be setting yourself free from a relationship that's not good for you. You could be getting into a relationship that makes you feel free to be yourself. So this is kind of a beautiful energy. It's very liberating feeling. Let's see what we've got for you in the tarot. Let's start with 3 for Leo, please. Well, well, well. Very nice. All right, so we're starting out with the Ace of Cups, so very big giftings of emotion, of spiritual love from Source. This is a beautiful card always to see in a love reading. It's kind of that boundless compassion, having compassion for yourself, forgiving yourself and others. It can be those romantic relationships or deep friendships, awakening of your spiritual abilities. Very, very nice. Could be a beautiful new emotional experience entirely this week as well. And it is aspected by the King of Wands. So I think, Leo, this is the week where you really start to think about, I'm going to go out and get what I want. Nothing's holding me back anymore. You may have just completed a legal divorce. I'm just getting that message for some of you. You may have completed, you know, an old relationship or truly come full circle from something, and you're like, nothing's holding me back anymore. I'm going to go out and get the person and the situations that I desire. I'm going to get the big, good love that I really, really want in my life. Right in the center, we have the Emperor energy, which to me is even higher vibration of that King of Wands, very similar energy with an Aries. You could be going after an Aries, or an Aries might be coming after you this week. That's a very strong Aries message. But to me, this is really you, like stepping up into a leadership role, taking charge of the situation, and just really going after what it is that you want and desire. And there's that feeling like nothing is holding you back. Nine of Cups, yes. I mean, here we go. I want the wish fulfillment. I want that next cup. And you may not be quite there yet, Leo, but you're working on it. You are definitely working on it with the Nine of Cups. That's really identifying those wishes, hopes, and dreams and going towards them. Awakening card in the last position. So this is the same as the Hanged Man. This does require that you turn loose of something as you go forward, because that card has the energy of sacrifice. It's ruled by Neptune, so it has that Pisces influence. It really is about, you know, releasing things that no longer serve you, seeing things in a different light. So it is a very freeing card. It could be a challenge sometimes. It can be a challenge where you're really going through a little bit of that spiritual trial by fire, but ultimately what it's meant to do is shake loose all the old baggage, any old negative ego or wounds to your pride, so that you can really see clearly, so that you can get to that spiritual enlightenment. And look at that, King of Cups coming into this. Some nice, more nice water energy. Very strong Cancer influence on the King of Cups. So this could be you, you know, really finding that person that, you know, is trustworthy, is solid, a good partner, somebody that's very nurturing. And it's also, you know, that counseling energy. So sometimes you might be doing some very deep healing work on your heart center, on your heart chakra center. Six of Cups on the bottom. So Leo, you may be working through or healing some inner child issues. You may have somebody coming in from the past that brings that up. Somebody might be wanting a reconciliation with you, because they feel left out in the cold, which isn't a strange thing with a Leo, because Leo, you're like the sunshine. What's that song? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That's it. Ain't no sunshine when Leo's gone, that's for sure. So, you know, if somebody's coming back into your life, Leo, take that into consideration. You know, whether or not you want to bridge that gap, because I think somebody's missing you. You may not be missing them, but they're missing you. I think you're very focused on getting what you want this week, you know, and really identifying what those higher hopes and dreams are. So let's get an affirmation on this for Leo. Difficult times. Yeah, I mean, I think there are some challenges this week for sure. You know, be on your guard against chaos. There could be unforeseen situations or emotional upheavals or encounters, right? So just be aware of that. I do think that there's this sort of balancing. I think you're very focused on going in the direction of your dreams, bigger and better love. If you're in a current relationship, you really want to work on healing it and balancing it. And if that person's not interested in doing that, I think you'll walk away from it. And they're not going to like it if you do. And if you already have, they really don't like it. Oh, Leo! Yeah, setting yourself free this week. Whatever that means for you. Setting yourself free. That's a powerful little reading. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what we've got for our next sign. I'm excited. What's coming up for Virgo? Let's see what our Virgos are doing. There we go, Virgo, the alchemist. Yes, you are. Ooh, I love my Virgos. Methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful. I love all the keywords that they put on the cards here. So Virgo, actually, I think this is a very nice week for you. Astrologically, energetically, we have so much supportive that's going on for you. We really, really do, especially over this weekend, before we start hitting into that Gemini stuff. This is a very nice weekend. Got a lot of earth energy on your side. Very, very good stuff. So let's see, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, what do we have for our beautiful Virgos out there in love and romance coming through for this week ahead, please? We do have work. Did I say we're working for the weekend? I think a lot of work is happening over this weekend with all that Taurus and some of that Capricorn, the Capricorn moon this week. This next couple days is going to be really strong for y'all. So you may be working at a lot of things, and that might include working on your relationship. Yeah, you might be really saying, if I've got a relationship already going on, it's going to need some work. I got to spend some time with my person. I really need to put in the effort to connect or reconnect. Or they may be working too. They may be working a lot as well. They may be super busy. So just keep that in your perspective, because these are for anybody. These are whether you're single, coupled, in separation. So take that as it resonates to what you're going through or what they're going through. Yeah, that sounds good, Corianne. Gardening. Yeah. Let's get into some tarot for our Virgos here. Let's start with 3, please. Woohoo! Okay. Nice. All right, so we're starting out with the Ace of Swords. This is clarity. This is victory. This is seeing through the cloudiness or confusion. And if there has been cloudiness or confusion around your love life, this may be a week where you're really starting to see the clouds lift. It is an important week of communication, right? It says communicate clearly and concisely right there on the card. So it is. It's remaining objective, but it is. I love the energy of the Ace of Swords. Always feels a connection with Archangel Michael. Very protective, very cared for. So remember that. Even if you're feeling a little vulnerable this week, Virgo, even if you're feeling like nobody's on your side or you don't have anybody in your corner, you actually really do. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow. This is a victory to me of head and heart, right? And this just really, really confirms that this is a very spiritual assistance that you have on your side. To me, this is clarity and love. It's success in love. You may feel like you've been really working out something with somebody for a while and not getting anywhere, but this could be a week where you really start to. This is nice. Right in the center, the High Priestess is coming in. So again, listen to your intuition. Listen to that inner voice. That's beautiful. Meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. Beautiful. Developing your intuitive gifts. Doesn't feel like a week for like going out and like hitting things over the head. This feels more intuitive. It feels more gentle. Feels more spiritual in nature. You could be dealing with a Cancer, very strongly Cancer, Pisces. Really feels strong to me on this. Let's clarify this High Priestess. This could be intuitive level work, right? And there is this feeling of letting something go very strongly with this Eight of Cups. So Virgo, take this as it resonates to you. I don't necessarily feel it as you leaving a relationship, but I feel like you're leaving something behind that maybe has been a hindrance to your relationships, right? There's something that you're releasing, something within the subconscious that you're purging out or letting go of. Going into this end of the week, we got the King of Cups, more Cancer energy, more water energy. Really just, there's a ton of, like, to me, Cancer, Pisces, maybe Scorpio, but especially Cancer and Pisces on this reading. This is a good counselor. This is a true friend. This is somebody you can really trust, right? This is also a lot of heart healing going on. So I feel like, you know, that work energy that came up, the things you got to work on, Virgo, this week, they're a lot more subtle. They're a lot more subconscious. These are not, you know, you might be working at like actual job, like your actual job a little bit this week, but the biggest work you've got to do is works of the heart, works of the spirit, connecting with your love, connecting with that person you care for, being very compassionate with them, and being very honest emotionally, right? Because you may feel that you've been dealing with some things for a while that haven't been completely clear or upfront with that Seven of Swords. You might even feel like you've been lied to a little bit, or maybe, you know, the person hasn't been completely upfront with you. And you want to heal that, right? You really want to heal that because, oh, look at that Ten of Cups on the bottom. There's a definite seeing through the shadows to get to the good stuff. And the Six of Wands, so very successful. I feel like you may be confronting things within yourself, right? You know, because the Seven of Swords is many times wearing a false mask, or saying you want things that you really don't just to keep the peace, or somebody doing that to you. So it's very much a week of like honesty, clarity, spiritual and emotional truthfulness in your personal relationships. It's a really, really powerful kind of week. It's really unique. It's a really unique reading here. And communication, like I said, communication is very, very important this week. We started out with that. A reunion could bring love or rekindling a friendship. A lucky win or outcome is likely. So be a good communicator this week, Virgo. Say what you need. Be very honest. I do feel like luck and love are on your side this week. Very strong with that Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups sitting on top of each other. But it really has to do, like a lot of that emotional success comes from being a good communicator and speaking your truth. Speaking your truth and getting that heart to heart, you know, where they feel safe to speak their truth as well. Woo! Powerhouse, Virgo. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I do. I believe in you. All right. All right, so Libra. We are on to Libra next. So Yuyi, good to see you. I hope you're having a good night. So Libra, the idealist. I love these cards crack me up. These are great. The keywords on them are absolutely awesome. Harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware. Yes, yes. All right, so let's get into it, Libra. Let's see what we have got for you in this week ahead. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, let's see what we have for our Libras. In love and romance coming through this week, show us whatever messages they most need for their highest good. New beginnings all around. I think this is the third or fourth time that this card has already come out. I feel like new beginnings are very, very much on the horizon for a lot of folks out there. This is a weekend and week of new beginnings. We are stepping into that Beltane celebration, which is all about fresh new energies. And so this can, you know, apply. These readings are for whether you're single, coupled, in separation. And so whatever your situation may be, this could be a totally new person coming in. This could be, you know, a restoration or new beginning of an old relationship, falling in love well over again, you know, or just a whole new beginning for you where you've left behind something difficult or negative and you're going to that next stage in life, that next stage in love. So let's get into your tarot this week, Libra. Very exciting with these new beginning cards coming out this evening. Wow. All right, we're starting out big. We're starting out big, Libra, with the Wheel of Fortune. Very strong Jupiter energy. We have the little symbol for Jupiter right there in the card because it is ruled by that planet. It also is ruled by our four fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. But this is very much a symbol of fresh new beginnings, the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, positive changes in your life. So it feels very good. Feels like if you've been needing a fresh new energy or you've been needing to break free of something, you're feeling it. You're definitely feeling it this week. Strong Sagittarius energy too on that wheel. Just saying, because they're ruled by Jupiter. Could be some travel. Yeah. Libra, I feel like y'all are standing up for yourself quite a lot, and that could be part of this new pattern this week. With the Seven of Wands, I always tell people be careful the battles you pick, but if you've been putting up with somebody who hasn't been honoring your boundaries or hasn't been treating you right in a relationship, you may be really putting your foot down with them this week. I'm just saying. Right in the center, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a big blessing, very material manifestation from Spirit. If you've been working to manifest some things in your love life, you could be feeling that going to the next level this week. And yeah, you may be doing some really good work, even aside from your love life. This is the second. Ooh! We started with the Wheel of Fortune, and then we got the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Holy cow. So, Libra, yeah, you might be making a big move or thinking about making a move. You might be purchasing a home. You might be getting a new vehicle. Something big. Something big. Some big old walls are falling down, and things are expansive. Things are moving. Yeah, and you may have one of these signs in your life. Could be Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo, because that's come up twice. Wow, two Wheel of Fortunes in one reading, guys. And the Five of Cups is here. So I do feel this is really a card of regrouping, you know, cutting those losses, being okay with it, doing that healing work that Three of Cups has knocked over, right? There's been some disappointments, but the Two of Cups are still standing here, and the Two of Cups are very healing. They are cups of romantic and emotional connection. So it's not all lost here, Libra. It really isn't. But I feel like you are absolutely kind of kicking down the doors this week. Spirit's really assisting you with some very expansive, broad-ranging energy, seeing in the long haul, the long term. You're not looking at the short stuff. You're looking at the big plans, the big goals, the big hopes and dreams. And so on top of this is the Four of Pentacles. I think for some of my Libras, you know, it's been really hard to turn loose of something that's hurt you in that heart chakra, especially if it was a love situation or something that didn't go right that really also hurt you financially. If that's part of it as well, then it's even harder. And I think that this is a thing where, you know, the big changes and this fresh new very optimistic energy coming in around you really challenges you to say, well, if I'm not quite where I want to be yet, especially in my relationship life, what is it that I'm still holding on to in my heart chakra? What is it I'm still mulling over that disappointed me and hurt me and let me down? How do I move past that? How do I let go of it? What's the best, you know, way to start releasing that? Realize your inner strength this week, Libra. There's that strength card on the bottom. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do this inner healing work. I feel like these new beginnings are just knocking at your door. Oh, look at this, Eight of Swords. Yep, set yourself free. Set yourself free from those old painful thoughts, anxieties, lack of self-esteem, any of that. Oh my gosh. This is like, I'll just sit here with this one for a minute. This is good. This is really good. It's very clear. It's like you've got so much that's coming in that feels so good that it's really challenging you to kick out any last vestiges of things that have held you back or hurt you from the past. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Freedom and new beginnings, Libra. That feels so good. That feels so good. it really helps you to identify what it is. It's like you finally pinpoint it. It's like, oh, that's it. That's it. That's what's been holding me back. That's holding me hostage. Wow, coming into balance. The Strength card is wonderful for coming back into balance. Wow, let's get an affirmation on this for you. Wow, manifestations. Yes. And that Ace of Pentacles right in the center. Wheel of Fortune twice. Ah, a bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes can manifest right before your eyes. Goodness gracious. Ah! Don't sell yourself short, Libra. Let go of any self-defeating talk. That's a really big key this week. Woo! Hitch your wagon to a star. Hey, Ms. Mindful. Good to see you, honey. Oh, we just had a little text today. Yes. Ms. Mindful, if you will. I know we don't have a huge group tonight in the chat. I think it's just a little slow. Some of our mods are sick and not here. But yeah, if you want to share your new website, Ms. Mindful just started an awesome new website she shared with me earlier, and it's got all kinds of spiritual and metaphysical goodies in there. I am definitely going to take some time and look into it because it looks so nice. She's been doing some work. I'm so excited about that. That's awesome. Yay! Yay for my Aquarius lady. She is my Aquarius queen. All right, let's get into our next sign, our Scorpios, the animal. Yeah. Oh, transformative, intense, passionate. Yes. Our Scorpios, love them. Hope they're doing well out there tonight. Let's see what we've got for y'all in love and romance this week. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, show us our amazing Scorpios out there. What do they need to know for their highest and best in love and romance for the week ahead? Trust. Oh, Scorpio, that's a big one. Scorpio. Trust is a big deal. So I would say in your relationships, trust is the issue. You might be saying, can I trust this person? Can I trust myself? Am I trusting my instincts and my intuitions properly? That may be the element that's coming up here for you, whether you are single, coupled, or in separation. That is all that energy coming in. Oh my goodness. Trust is such a key factor. And I know, Scorpio, you're a little bit like us Capricorns. We have a hard time trusting just anyone. And it takes time. Especially, when you've been hurt before, which we all have. That's the thing, is trust. So let's get some tarot on this. This could be a powerful week for my Scorpios. This is sort of your midweek celebration, your mid-year celebration, because Beltane, like tonight, Beltane Eve, 6 months from now, it bookends Halloween, Samhain, which is Scorpio season. So we're in Taurus season, and it's really mirroring that 6 months out celebration of Samhain, which is during Scorpio time. So very interesting. So let's see what we've got for you coming up. This could be a very powerful week ahead for Scorpio indeed. Yeah. I can just see my Scorpios with their laser intense eyes kind of looking at their love interest like, oh, I'm going to find out everything about you. Oh my goodness. We got the Knight of Cups. So Scorpio, for some of you, especially the singles, you might have somebody coming in your way, making that love offer, coming in looking like old Fabio there on his fancy horse, looking pretty good, like a romance novel coming there. And this is that sweeping you off your feet, but like I said, with that trust thing, you may not trust this. You may be like, I don't know about this guy. I don't even know about his horse. Can I trust these people? So let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what's on the clarification here. And if this is somebody, you know, that you've known for a while, they may be kind of like coming in with like, you know, a new big love offer, like, let's get engaged, let's get a house together, let's have a baby together, you know, some kind of big life-changing thing that you really have to consider. Two of Pentacles, yeah, you're gonna weigh it. You're gonna weigh something here. Look at that with that Two of Pentacles back and forth. You are definitely gonna weigh this offer if you get one this week. You're gonna be like, well, let's think about this, and from a practical position, because the Two of Pentacles is very much about that practical balance, one day at a time. It's earthy energy, and look what we've got in the center. Two of Pentacles again, guys. I'm just saying. Scorpio, if someone comes in with a love offer or really just like knocks you for a loop, it really makes you kind of go, whoa, 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 hold on. I gotta have a minute to balance this. Yeah, you might be asking a Libra friend or a Taurus friend, you know, that's the signs on that card. You know, this can also say that you need to bring balance back into your life. Right? If you've been working too hard, you might need to really, you know, have to balance that with your love life. You know, who the person that you're involved with may be feeling left out, and that's why they're charging in so strong. They might be feeling like, Scorpio, you're working all the time. I can't even get a minute with you. That could be a part of this too, because that Two of Pentacles is definitely about balancing some aspect of your life, and it is a financial aspect. But I do think it's really funny. You're gonna let me go. Let me think about this. We've got the Eight of Pentacles on top of this Two of Pentacles. So to me, yeah, you've been very studious, very, you know, dedicated to whatever you're working on. And I think that you'll bring the same energy to a love offer if you receive one this week, or, you know, somebody just wanting to have more time with you. You're gonna, I mean, you literally might have to schedule them in. I know that sounds like, oh, she might be like, yeah, let me schedule some like actual date time, because you've been busy. You've been very, very busy. And you know, like a lot of people often think that Scorpios are up to no good. They think they're doing something sneaky, because you guys are mysterious. You've got that thing. Even if you're not doing anything like bad, people sometimes just think you're being bad, even when you're not. But really, you're just working. Like, you were just working. You're working hard. And if you're working hard, you're probably resting hard too, you know. Five of Swords at the end of the week. So this again gets into that trust issue. It really does, because these are the kind of people that, you know, you can't trust. These are the kind of people that don't have integrity or questionable motives. And you really, you know, this is that stand up and fight for this, or should I walk away? And so you are making a decision. You're saying, is this the kind of person I can trust? Are they not? You're looking deeper into this, and boy, when you start investigating and looking deep into things, there's almost no end of it, Scorpio, because you are so investigative. You look so deep into the heart of the matter. And yeah, oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Page of Pentacles. You're going to do your investigation. You're going to do your due diligence on this person, because the Page of Pentacles is all about that investment, right? It's all that investment, and you want to make a wise choice. So you're not just going to do this quickly. Not at all. Yeah, look at that. Did I say there's a balance of needing rest? Scorpio, you got to get some rest. You got to take a little break for yourself and your own personal well-being, because you're fighting a lot of hard battles. You got to take that armor off and set it down and have some me time. Have some me time. This is definitely a week where I feel like there's somebody that's kind of literally or metaphorically knocking on your heart's door, and they're just like, Scorpio, I miss you. Scorpio, I love you. Oh, you're the best thing ever. And you're just like, I'm working, honey, and I gotta balance. I'm sorry. I've got to do my thing. And you're, you know, honestly kind of wondering if they're a good investment, you know. And it's not just your money or resources. This is an investment of your time and your heart. Six of Swords. I mean, you don't want no drama. You don't want no chaos. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Jeez. You know, 4 of Swords on the bottom, 6 of Swords on the bottom, the other one. Boy, is that taking a break and stepping away from the drama, or what? You don't want any of that. And if this is a person that's coming from the past, if this is somebody that's already been in your life and they have caused you drama, you're just like, you are being so careful. You are being so careful to not like let that wreck your life again. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, save the drama for your mama. Let's get an affirmation on this for you, Scorpio. Nature. Ooh, I would get out into nature for sure, Scorpio. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for the soul and healing for you. And I think that honestly, this week, that's what you need more than anything, to help balance your relationship life. Because right now, you may just be working yourself to the bone, Scorpio. I know a couple Scorpios that are doing just that. And yeah, you just need some healing time to yourself. You kind of can't. It's like this guy comes charging in, or this gal comes charging in on this horse with their hair all flowing, and yeah, they're looking pretty good. But you're just like, you've got so much on your plate. You've got so much on your plate, and in order to really respond well to what they're doing or what they need from you, you gotta take some time for you first, babies. You do. Take care of my sweet little scorpions. My little arachnid scaly friends hanging out in the desert under the stars. That's what I like to think of Scorpios doing, you know, because I remember seeing the glow in the dark scorpions when I was out in Tucson in the Sonora Desert. That's actually one of the coolest things to go do in the summertime. Go to the Desert Museum in the Sonora Desert in Tucson. Get yourself a little black light, walk through that outdoor trail they have, because they have these little rock walls that are built out of little rocks. And at night, scorpions are nocturnal. You know, they're a little nocturnal creature. They come out and they hunt for bugs at night. So they have all these little rock walls, you know, along the trails, and the scorpions will just kind of come out, like just, you know, to sit on the rock walls, you know, waiting for bugs. And you can come in with a little black light, and they're phosphorescent. And so you can like shine the light, and you'll see like these tiny little like blue, white, glowing little scorpions. And it is just so cool. Like, it is so beautiful. And the other thing that's cool about it is in the summertime, that's when the constellation of Scorpio is most visible in this hemisphere. And so it's like, that was one of the most magical things I've ever done, is looking at the glowing scorpions hanging out in the little rock walls while the constellation of Scorpio is overhead. I was like, this is like a little scorpion party down here. It is. It's very neat, Scorpion. Corianne. Yeah, I almost called you Scorpion. I actually knew a lady named Anne who was a Scorpio, and I used to call her Scorpion. Called her Scorpion. All right. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. So Sagittarius, let's see what we have got. Sagittarius, the Voyager. Ooh, yes, you are the Voyager. Enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous. I love it. Yeah, big truth seekers. Big truth seekers are my Sagittarians. So let's see what we've got for you coming up this week. There's so much Taurus energy right now. So much. We are going to be sliding into some Gemini energy. We're starting to go into that place. So this is a powerful month for you on the whole, Sagittarius, not just the week, but the whole month. We go back into eclipse season. So we're going into a full moon lunar eclipse on the 26th in your sign this month of May. So that's very exciting coming up. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for our Sagittarians out there for love and romance this week. Whatever messages they need for their highest good, please show us, Sagittarius. You got the work coming in, Sagittarius. This card's been coming up a lot. Work and new beginnings have been the biggest key themes this evening for our love read. So you may be doing a lot of work, like physically at your job. They may be doing a lot of work, or you may be working together on the relationship. That is very possible throughout this. You may be doing some deep dive, romantic, work, counseling, could be, could be. So let's get into the tarot here. Let's see what we got for our beautiful little Saggies. We do have an exciting movement as well of your ruling planet this month. Jupiter is moving into Pisces on the 13th, and it'll just be there for a few months. It'll be there till the end of July. Then it will go retrograde and go back into Aquarius. But we're getting just a little taste this year of Jupiter in Pisces. So very exciting, very spiritual, very romantic, very creative, imaginative, super, super psychic. So let's get into 3 for Sag. Very nice. Oh, what a beautiful reading already. Wow, did I say you're going to be doing some emotional work? This is beautiful. So you're starting with this 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups to me is grief. It can be mourning. It can be dealing with some of the difficulties or disappointments that you've experienced in love or relationships. You might have just recently had a fight or a miscommunication or some sort of falling out with someone that you really love. But this is telling you, you know, even though those 3 of Cups are knocked over, the 2 of Cups are still standing. All is not lost. So let's check let's get a clarifier on this. Ooh, that's some double energy coming in. So if there has been a miscommunication or falling out in a love relationship, Sagittarius, could have been with a Capricorn. Could have been, but I think that this has a lot to do with either you or them, or probably both, getting some things really, getting some buttons pushed, getting some big triggers, because that devil energy, that Capricorn energy can be really stuck, right? It's almost like the opposite of the Lovers, right? Because we have the 2 folks standing there. And so to me, this is about, you know, needing to liberate yourself from something. It can be those nasty old ego urges, addictions, issues, personal stuff that we have going on that kind of limit us, that keep us stuck in a bad habit or a bad routine. And so this may be what this argument or what this impasse is about. Something where either you or them feel kind of stuck and it's time to let something go. This energy is compounded even more because right in the center of this read we have the ego card. It's the same as the devil card in this particular deck. So we're bringing up that devil energy twice. That's why I say you might be dealing with a Capricorn or somebody that's a little bit of a workaholic this week. Vice versa, it could be you that's been really maybe working too hard in order to avoid those really deep emotional things. That's something that a lot of us do. Like if we go through a hard time, if we get hurt, you know, we start just jumping into work to avoid having to deal with the emotions that we're feeling. So you got the Capricorn energy, the devil coming up twice. You got that work card. So I would say that the best thing is to just be very honest about your feelings. Insist that your partner or love interest be very honest about their feelings. Because, you know, like it is in this card, the truth will set you free. Because the side of this, right? The devil, you know, that's like the next step is to have that freedom, that liberation, to get unchained. That's what it's really about. That's why it's a powerful card. So make good choices, accept responsibility for whatever your part is in the situation, and then make the decisions that support your path to happiness. You know, and if you're dealing with somebody that, you know, is really like kind of stuck in their ego, stuck in their negative habits or routines, you know, you may have to be patient with them or do what you can to just be supportive. Let's see what we've got clarifying this though. Let's see what's coming up around this for you. Yeah, the Hermit. You may have to do some inner healing, and you may just have to take some time out this week, Sagittarius. If you've got a situation like this, and you really get the sense that this person needs to do some healing inner work on themselves, and maybe you do too, not a bad idea. There's that Hermit card. There's that Virgo energy. A lot of earth on this. A lot of earth on this so far. But the main feeling that I'm getting is that, you know, If this is more a feeling of for people that are in a relationship rather than singles, or people in separation. This feels like maybe you had an argument or something came to the surface that was really difficult to deal with, or there's something ongoing that has been stagnant, that's been stuck, that's been trapped. And so there hasn't been a lot of motion forward. And I feel as a result, you know, it's like you're feeling really down, or they're feeling really down, or maybe both, you know, and you've got some work to do. You've got some work to do, and some deep healing work, and getting very clear and very honest with yourselves and each other. So, outcome card though, Sagittarius, what a beautiful thing to see. This is your power card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is that Jupiter energy. That's your ruling planet. So I do feel that good things are going to grow out of this. I don't think it's going to stay stuck forever, but this could be a very powerful week where you both do some inner healing work to clear some of this negative fog and energy. Because once you do, look at that, the fresh new start, the end of delays, positive changes. Very nice. And Justice. Oh my goodness. So if you feel like something's been out of balance, if you didn't get treated right, this is wrongs being righted. This is fairness, balance, and harmony being restored. And very strong Libra energy on that as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Underneath is the transformation, the Tower card. When you get the Tower and the Devil together, you better believe that some kind of old negative structure is coming down. It's coming down. And look at, we've got the Wheel of Fortune again on the bottom. And it's for a good reason. It's for a real good reason, right? This is not bad stuff. This is good stuff. Even if this week is challenging, Sagittarius, even if this week takes definitely some emotional heavy lifting, the outcomes are like really good for you. They're really good. They're not bad at all. So let's get an affirmation on this. Let's see what we've got to say. Yeah, look at that. Tough and trying times. Tough times are ahead. You know, think long term and make decisions accordingly, and avoid negative people at all cost. Wow. And perseverance was on the bottom. So this is saying don't give up. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful things ahead. Don't give up. That is definitely what I feel with this reading for you, Saggies. It might be a challenging week for most of the week, but don't give up because good things are ahead. Yeah. Don't pull into other people's negativity. You know, if you've got a love partner or a sweetheart that's really been down, it's not personal if you decide not to tap into that, right? They've got to do their work just like you got to do your work. That's it. That's a powerful reading. Oh my gosh. You're like, Sagittarius, you're taking your love partners to the next level. You're like, I love you, but you got to do some work. You got to work on you. It can't just be me down here working on myself all by myself. Can't do it. Take care, Corey. Good to see you. Have a good evening, sweetheart. These reads are off the hook. I knew they would be. I knew they would be. Woo! Thank you, Aries. And yes, I know. I feel it. I feel it for my Saggies out there. I do. This is like, yeah, going to the next level. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, the boss. Yes, we are. Serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring. Oh my goodness. They actually have the term badass on this too. We're badass. Down to earth, prepared. Yeah, we kind of are. We're driving everybody crazy, knocking them over with our horns. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got for Capricorn this week. You had a great reading for May. I will say that, Capricorn. You had a really good May reading in my monthlies. So let's see what's coming up. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Capricorns out there for this week ahead in love and romance. Show us anything they need to know for their best and highest good. Thank you so much. Ooh, Capricorn, get ready for the transformation. This is definitely, I think, a powerful weekend and week ahead. Capricorn, we've got a lot of nice earthy Taurus energy, which is very positive for you. We also have the weekend with the moon in Capricorn, which really helps you to get some things done. So let's see what the nature of this big transformation in your love life is. I mean, that could be a lot of things. That could be a lot of things, Capricorn, because these are for anyone. These are for singles, couples, people in separation, whatever the situation in your love life is. This could be saying you were single and now you're not. You were in a problem with someone and now you're not. You were with someone you didn't like and now you're not. That's what this is. All right, let's get 3 tarot cards on this to start for our Capricorns. Making your plans, Goaty. Yeah, you're making your plans. There's that Knight of Pentacles. So you're starting out the week thinking very practically. What a surprise. Making those plans. Yeah, being very loyal, dedicated to, you know, what you're working on. Plan carefully before taking action. The Knight of Pentacles, I love him because he is my most successful knight of the tarot. Absolutely. Waiting for perfect timing. Capricorn, you are the master of waiting for good timing. That's why Capricorns might seem very slow to some people at first. But trust me, you know, they're not slow. They're planning. They're planning. Capricorns say that failing to plan is planning to fail. So you are absolutely thinking about those practical plans in your love life this weekend, how we're going to bring it together, how we're going to make it work. Very strong start. Nice start to the week. Eight of Swords. Ooh, setting yourself free from some old limiting situation. And Capricorn, this may be really looking at yourself, really dismantling any of those old fears, old thoughts, old feelings like maybe I'm not good enough to have somebody that, you know, really is good in my life. You know, maybe I can't have what I really want. All of that, you know, maybe my dreams aren't going to work out. Maybe love isn't for me. This is really working to dismantle that. And only you can do it. Only you can do that. No one else can step in and change that for you. So I would say it's very important for you. Oh, did my candle go out? No, it didn't. It's just got a lot of wax in there. I'm going to relight him. See, this is me. This is me, Capricorn, deciding to not give into that Eight of Swords. I'm like, I'm going to relight my damn candle. That's what I want for you. I want you to relight your darn candle, Capricorn. This is what this is. Throw out all those self-limiting beliefs and negative doubts that you have about yourself. You have everything you need, and you know how to plan, and you know how to succeed. You do. And so in the center, we have the Page of Swords. Very nice energy of new messages. This could be a very strong communication week with a love interest or potential love interest, because this is like messages, text, emails, phone calls coming in. I would also say always with that little Page of Swords, you know, to just be a little bit aware of the kind of communication you're getting. If it's positive, if it's good, fine, keep it. But if there's people that are gossiping or just trying to generally stir up trouble in your life, totally ignore it. Just let it go. And as always, I say when I look at a Page of Swords, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. I don't know who needs to hear that, but I'm saying it. And Page of Pentacles says there's some youthful energy here. Absolutely. You could be in a relationship with someone younger than you, Capricorn, or someone that's more immature. And I'm going to say not that, you know, I think everybody feels more immature to Capricorn, regardless of their chronological age. But there is a lot of good new communication regarding investments in the future. in regarding planning of where you're going. I really think the only thing that can hold you back from this, Capricorn, is yourself, because of that Eight of Swords. There's definitely, like, with you and someone else, there may be like this real transformation. Like maybe you've just been going along and along in this relationship for quite a while and things hadn't been moving, and now they're moving, and it freaks you out just a little bit. And I think a big part of why they might not have been moving is because you kept second guessing yourself or telling yourself, oh, what if it doesn't work out? What if I'm not... Let that go, because this is somebody that really does want to invest in something new with you. Outcome card, 10 of Wands, Capricorn, setting down some old burdens. So I do think that you will be successful in this venture of, you know, maybe not treating yourself so nice, or second guessing or doubting yourself. This can also say, it literally says right on the card, working too many hours or working too hard, need for balance in life. Let others help you. Don't stress out this week, Capricorn. If you're working a lot this week, balance it with a good bit of rest and definitely good food. But the 10 of Wands to me is always an end of a burdensome cycle, putting down some heavy burden that you've kind of been carrying around for a while. And that can be very freeing and very transforming, which is nice. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yes. Setting down some old burdens and starting something that makes you a lot happier with that Page of Wands. That's a very joyful page, very happy, very upbeat. It's a childlike, happy energy. It's kind of like the Fool card, taking the leap of faith, you know, setting down the heaviness and going towards something that makes you a heck of a lot happier. And Capricorn, yeah, for a lot of you, if you really resonate with this read, you may feel you're with somebody that's younger or has that kind of youthful energy, because we've got 3 pages. We've got 3 pages on this reading this week. So 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, there is. Capricorn, this is such a freaking typical card for you guys, for us guys, because I'm a Capricorn. We do this thing where we worry about not having enough. And it's so dumb. It's so dumb for Capricorns to worry about not having enough, because we are one of the most capable signs. We're so capable of getting things done and creating our prosperity, but yet we still worry about it. So this is really saying, don't worry about that. Don't get into a scarcity mindset, Capricorn. If something you've been working at or something you've been doing this week, especially in relations to a love relationship, haven't been working, it's time to just try a different tactic. Try a different door. Open the door. Let me get this candle. Oh my God. Open the next door. That's what it's all about. Yes. Don't sit there and wait. Yeah, make some clear-cut decisions. There's our King of Swords. There's some Aquarius energy. Very liberating. You may be dealing with an Aquarius or a fire sign. I feel that very strongly. Yeah. Aquarius or a fire sign. Could be an Aries. There's some kind of little fire being lit under your butt. It's time to set down like old paradigms, Capricorn, this week. You know, anything that's held you back, and usually it's your own limiting like feelings of self-doubt or lack of self-worth or self-esteem. It's always what it is. It's always what it is for us. So let's get into an affirmation this week. I think you've got some really good opportunities to go in a fresh new direction. For some of you, this is a brand new relationship coming in entirely. For some of you, it's a younger person or somebody with a younger kind of energy that just really revives you and starts making you realize, you know, there's more to life than just work. Work is good. It's great. It's fun, but let's have a little fun. Let's be a little silly. Let's put down the heavy burdens and just enjoy things for a minute here. Ah, perfect. Perfect card for Capricorn, wisdom. Because wisdom is a Capricorn quality. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. I love this. That's it. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Capricorn, don't worry about failures of past relationships or situations that have let you down. Don't second guess yourself. Don't sit there and go, why would they want me? I'm not good enough. You are good enough, Capricorn. Shut up. Shut up, goats. I'm saying it to myself too, because I am a goat. Knock it off, goat. Quit chewing on my shirt. That's why my shirt doesn't have any sleeves tonight, because some goat chewed them off. Hey, David, good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're having a good night. I hope it's been good for you. We just finished Capricorn, so you can scoot it back just a little bit if you need to watch the rest of it. But it was really good. I liked it. I feel like it was really speaking to us. Yeah, it was. It was good. All these have been really insightful tonight. They really are. Very insightful feeling. All right, so we are into Aquarius now. We're into Aquarius now, so I hope you guys, yes, the innovator, pow. My little lightning bugs, yes. Let's see the keywords on Aquarius. Experimental, rational, unique, liberal, eclectic, group-oriented, humanitarian, free, radical, diverse, futuristic. I love it. Love it. It's my rising sign. I love being an Aquarius rising. Absolutely. I wouldn't trade it for anything. All right, so Aquarius, let's see what we have for you this week in love and romance. Show us Aquarius spirit, please. Dear angels, divine guardians, and ancestors as well. Show us what Aquarius needs to know about their love and romance life this week for their highest good. Reunions, Aquarius. Oh my goodness. So something coming back together possibly. You know, in relationships, of course, this can be the reconciliations. This can be someone from the past coming back to say hello. This can be a successful reunion, you know, where you've been working through something, or it can simply be, you know, a problem or miscommunication that gets taken care of this week. You talk something out, you work it out. It's a very nice feeling. For those of you who are single, you know, this can be someone coming into your life that feels very familiar, that feels like you've known them before. So let's get into your tarot for the week here, Aquarius. Let's start out with 3 on this, please. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh, very nice. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. So we're starting out with our King of Swords. That is one of your power cards in the tarot. So it's very beautiful. The King of Swords is some strong energies. The Master Strategist, Master Planner, you're probably thinking things over a lot this week. Thinking, how are you going to plan stuff out? How are you going to make it work? You know, if you are in a relationship, this is like, how do we have a good life? How do we save for the future? How do we have a good home? Blah, 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 blah. It's like a lot of thoughts. But remain objective, remain clear. Don't let your thoughts consume you. Use your thoughts in a good, productive way instead of like over worrying or overthinking. You know, this can sometimes be that you're in a relationship that's a little bit at a distance as well, or a long distance relationship, because sometimes there is a little bit of that emotionally separated feeling with the King of Swords. So let's get a clarifier on this one. I do feel like you're coming from a place of strength, though. Yeah, take time to just relax too, Aquarius. All work and no play isn't going to help you this week. You do need to take some time to just talk with your friends, talk with your sweetheart. You know, just enjoy some more lighthearted conversation. It's very helpful for you. Yeah. And if you're physically together with someone, go out with them. If you're single entirely, Aquarius, it might be a really good time to socialize. If you get an invite to go do something, go do it, you know, very positive. Right in the center, we've got our 4 of Pentacles. So this is that tough one. This is like holding on to something strong in your heart chakra. Sometimes you could be a little concerned about your money or security situations with this card. But to me, it's managing resources wisely, making good decisions. And in a love reading, I often say that the 4 of Pentacles is like holding on to something in the heart center, holding on to someone, and really hoping, you know, that things are going to work out for the both of you, because you really feel like this is someone you don't want to let go of. You don't want to put it down. So let's see what we've got clarifying this Four of Pentacles, please. Seven of Cups. Oh, Aquarius, I feel like you've got a lot of choices. For my single Aquarians, you might really be choosing between some people, or they might be choosing between you and some people. There's that feeling. But there are some decisions that are going to need to be made this week, and it could be financial decisions that do affect your love life, do affect your joint relationship life. Because sometimes the Seven of Cups, it can feel a little overwhelming. It's like, oh, I got all these things I got to take care of. I got all this paperwork to do. I got all this busy work I got to do. And so it's very interesting. It's very interesting there. I feel like there's something that you're really kind of holding on to. And as a result, there's a lot of options, and you've got to make some decisions coming up this week. Outcome card is very nice, though. Look at that Ace of Pentacles. So to me, there she is, heading up the hill with her little bunny rabbit in tow. That's a very nice sign of abundance, happiness, fertility, things working out in your favor. So windfall of abundance, wise counsel, or good fortune can be some exciting career opportunities as well. I always feel, you know, those aces are the hand of spirit really just giving us a gift. And when it comes in with that, you know, earth energy of the pentacles, it's a gift that's very tangible. It's something that manifests very directly into our life. So Aquarius, I feel like the possibilities of business working out well, joint ventures with your sweethearts, and you know, all of that, you know, sort of comes full circle. And if you've been really working to like create more stability for you and a love interest, or just for you yourself, so that you can have a better place of stability to come from in those love relationships going forward, this is a great week to either start building on it, or you start to get the rewards from the work you've put in. Ooh, big windfall of blessing here, Aquarius. The Ten of Pentacles on top of the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So in love, it doesn't get a whole lot better. This is, you know, if you've got someone in your life right now, this is solid. This is really solid connection. And they could be an earth sign person. We got a lot of earth in here. So it could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Aquarius. And beautiful, you know. But if it's a business you're working on, either as a joint project with a loved one or on by yourself, whew, doesn't get much more hot than that. That's like, I can just feel the golden coins falling down on you, Aquarius. I can feel it. On the bottom, we have the Page of Wands. So definitely some fresh new beginnings, fresh new enterprises. For my single Aquarius, it could be a love that starts out fresh and new. We've got the Moon on the bottom of the second deck. So definitely that feeling of psychic connection, romantic connection. Pisces is a beautiful energy. It is when it comes to love. It really is. So let's get a affirmation on this reading for you, Aquarius. Tough and trying times. Oh, it doesn't feel that tough to me this week, but it says tough times may be ahead. Think long term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people and situations at all costs. So I feel like Aquarius, for you, see what's the bottom. Yeah, perseverance. Wow, perseverance. So yeah, you may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes up ahead. Don't give up. You may be going through some things. You know, that Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups, that can be a bit challenging. That's probably what that is. But yeah, it says to think long term and make good decisions. That's certainly a card of doing that. Yeah, and avoid negative people, negative situations. I feel like you're pretty sensitive this week. You're sensitive, you know. You're in your power element, though. You are. But that's the best way, you know. Like, just don't entertain people that are not bringing you a good feeling. We shouldn't do that. Ugh, why do people do that? We always want to gravitate to people that make us feel bad half the time. I think it's because we don't believe that we deserve better. It just, that's what it is. It's a challenge to us. It's like, do you really deserve this? All right. Down to our last sign, guys. We are down to Pisces. So I hope you are all had a great night. Pisces, you had a wonderful reading, really. in the May monthlies. Pisces had a beautiful reading, so definitely go check that out. It was a nice one. Pisces, yeah, the mystic, yeah. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic. This is going to be a nice month, for you Pisces. You got that Jupiter energy entering your sign later this month, and they're on the 13th for May. So I think it's going to bring some good luck for you. It's going to open some big doors. So let's see what we have. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, please show us what Pisces needs to know for their love life, love and romance messages for their highest good. Please show us Pisces. And we have prosperity. I know, this feels good for me, Pisces. I'm just saying. Prosperity and love. Ooh, my single Pisces, you might suddenly have an abundance of offers. You may have people coming in to say hello. You may feel like all of a sudden, you didn't think you had anybody in your life and suddenly they're all there. This may be something where a relationship that you're currently in is going to the next level. Maybe one or both of you make a little extra money this week. You might be feeling quite happy about that. Very nice, very expansive kind of feeling. So let's get into your tarot, Pisces. Let's get 3 on this for you. Nice. I do feel like there's some heartache being cleared away this week. So we're starting out with the wise counselor. This is the same as the Hierophant. This is all about getting the counseling, the help, the therapy that you may need, Pisces. If you have somebody that's really helpful to you, this is a great time to ask them for advice or help. This is strong Taurus energy as well. And we are in the Taurus season, which is very supportive to your sun and your personal energy. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, so Pisces, if you have been feeling left out in the cold, or you've been struggling with a separation from somebody you're really, very strongly connected with, it may be time to just, get some emotional help, get some counseling, to just give you sort of some coping mechanisms, some things that you can use to work through this time, because you might feel separated from someone. They might feel kind of separated from you too, because the 5 of Pentacles usually is 2 people that feel very separated. And it's sort of like a choice, it's like this is a choice. This isn't like you have to stay separated. It's like one or both of you could make the choice to pick up that phone or, try a different approach and work things out. But maybe just haven't done so yet. It's a very strong Taurus energy. It may be an earthy sign or someone who's very stubborn. If you've had an argument or something with somebody and they're just sort of dug in, maybe you're sort of dug in, and it's like, I don't, neither one wants to budge, but there's something that has to shift, because in the center, here's that 3 of Swords, right? It's like it's hurting you, it's hurting them. It's like both of you are feeling this, and this is a time where you need to have some recovery here, because we got to shake them swords out. We got to shake them on out, Pisces. We got to shake those out of your heart. But this is sadness that heals with time. Personal growth that comes from challenges, and it is about healing some misunderstandings this week. Ooh, could be some misunderstandings with an earthy person yet again. Here's some Capricorn energy on this. Stuck in a rock and a hard place this week, Pisces. This could be somebody that's very stubborn about changing something that's really hurting you both. Like, it's really hurting you both. And you know what I'm seeing, right? You know what I'm seeing. Look at the 2. Look at the 2. It's like when one's hurting, the other is hurting. So if they're doing something that's really messing with you, or it's not feeling fair, it's messing with them too. They're just not willing to step out of it yet. But there's definitely some healing work that needs to be done, because the Devil card is that Capricorn energy. It requires that we work with it. Absolutely. And, it can really be it could be somebody that's dealing with addictions, somebody's dealing with some kind of past really painful situation that they need to heal through and liberate themselves and heal and free themselves from. Because, the Devil card tells us you got to come out of that bondage. You got to come out of that difficult situation. Outcome card is the 9 of Cups. So I really do like this, wishes coming true, dreams become reality. I feel like you're very focused, by the week's end on, you know, what you really want, what makes you happy, what makes your heart feel healed, you know, really on on what it is that's good for you, because you are doing some work this week, I feel. This is, yeah, there's some sticky situations, but that prosperity energy is on your side. That prosperity energy is on your side, and I think even if you go through some challenges and some difficult times, you either come through it or you just entirely decide to just kind of put it down for a while and walk away to just focus on you and your good energy and your positivity and prosperity. Look at that. Yeah, because you want to invest wisely. You want to go in the direction of your dreams, Pisces, with that Page of Pentacles. This is a little adventure. This is the investor. This is someone that says, you know, I have this time, I have this energy, I have a good heart to invest, and I want to put it somewhere where it's really going to take root, where it's really going to flourish. Yeah, you may be dealing with someone like this too, Pisces. And if this resonates with you, you'll know. You'll know. This is that Five of Swords on the bottom. This can be somebody that doesn't have a lack very much integrity, somebody that is willing to step on others to get ahead. And you know, if you're dealing with someone like that, yeah, you may really want to walk away. You may just really need to walk away, because it's confusing, right? You got to make a choice. You've got to make a decision on this week. You know, this is a stand up and fight for it or turn and walk away kind of situation. And I feel like, you know, part of you is going to turn and like decide, like, I've got to pay attention to me, what gives me prosperity, what gives me happiness. So let's get into your affirmation here, Pisces. Yeah, I feel it. Difficult times. This could be a challenging week. Be on your guard against chaos, as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. And then on the bottom, we do have the surprise card. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those who are searching. So yeah, if you get invitations, Pisces, I would act on them. I feel like this is kind of a, you know, a challenging week, but it has some good stuff in it at the end. It's really something where I think when you have to do the work or are called to do the work on a relationship or a relationship situation or healing from something emotionally, you should do it. But then the rest of the time, focus on investing in your dreams. Focus on investing in yourself and what's going to bring you the ultimate happiness in the long run. Very nice. Yes. These were deep. These were deep tonight. I knew they would be. I knew they wouldn't be light and fluffy. These are deep. Deep readings on a Beltane evening. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. So guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you had an amazing time. Hope you enjoyed the reads. If you have not yet done so, do click that like button. Give it that thumbs up, the dragon claw up. Let me know that you enjoyed it. And also subscribe. Join the dragon family. Hit that button and join our little crazy crew here. We always love to have more folks. Oh, good, Krista. Good to see you in the chat. I hope you're feeling good. Hope everything is going well out there for my Capricorn sister across the waves, across the miles. Yeah. Oh, David. No worries, hun. We know. I know. You've gone through a lot. You're going through a lot. It's not easy. Oh, Krista, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, you're welcome, Tasha. Thank you for being in the chat. Thanks so much for that super chat. Those are always so cute. But yeah, oh, it was a very busy week. I mean, last week was really fun. I had my funny friend Sam here. He is absolutely a stitch. He is a Virgo with a Gemini moon. Yeah, he's a Virgo with Virgo rising. Like his sun in Virgo is right on the rising. And Gemini moon, oh my goodness, he's absolutely a trip. We played a lot of music together. Oh, thank you for the donation, Ms. Mindful. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will post a link to that. We actually did record, and he posted our version of Wild Mountain Time. I was singing and playing the harp, and he was playing the harmonica. along with it. So I'll post that in my comments so y'all can see it. It was really fun. It was good. And I did a full reading for him while he was here. He also posted he posted that whole thing to his channel. So yeah, it was a great time. We had a good time. But it was still a little tiring. You know how it is when you have like somebody over and you're just like doing stuff, and then you're like, oh, I gotta rest. Yep. But it was fun. It was very fun. So tomorrow, guys, is proper Beltane. Yes, it was going to be May Day. It's going to be May Day properly tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get in here maybe a little earlier, like around 5 or 6, and do a live stream for that, just so that I want to do just a few quick reads for each sign. Yes, he does, hair raising. Enter at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. Humpty Dumpty Tribe is Sam Mitchell's crazy channel. That one is very funny. Very funny. And he also has a more serious channel, slightly more serious, called Collapse Chronicles. And I've been watching him off and on for years. Because he does a lot of news and reporting about climate change and the environment, which has always been something near and dear to my heart. And so he's just, to me, a great resource to listen to, because he will read articles about things that are going on all over the world in the environment, things in the Amazon and the Arctic, oil drilling, fracking, all those issues. It's definitely not for everyone, because it is heavy. It's heavy news, right? It's heavy things that a lot of people just don't like to think about. But honestly, to me, that's always been, like, ever since I was 11 years old. I actually, I told him that's when I became radical. That's when I became very aware that something wasn't quite right on the planet, and we really needed to be helping Mother Earth out quite a bit. So yeah, it's like, I may not share every opinion he has. We may not agree on every single point, but I truly respect him, and appreciate what he does over on his channel. So yeah, if you're like-minded into that kind of thing, definitely check him out on Collapse Chronicles. He's very funny. I just think he's got the funniest freaking humor. He cracks me up. I always get a big kick out of kind of that like funny, grouchy energy. Maybe that's a Capricorn thing, but Capricorns and Virgos, we can hang. We can hang. I think I cheered him up. I think I cheered him up. I do. I think my energy was good for him, and it was so funny. We got to playing music, and I have an old book of all the Simon and Garfunkel music, and I showed him that, and it was like something just lit up. And so he started like writing parody lyrics to every single Simon and Garfunkel song, which I have been commandeered to perform a few of for him, to post on his channel. It's gonna be hilarious. It's not gonna be for everybody, but it's gonna be hilarious. I get a big laugh out of it. So yeah, we had a good time. We cooked a lot of good food here. That was really nice. Oh, and his dog. Oh my gosh, he has the funnest, cutest, sweetest dog. His dog's name is Sancho Panza, for those of you who get the Don Quixote reference there. His dog is Sancho Panza. And he and I both had this old birthday book. It's I'll show it to y'all sometime. It's the birthday book, and it has each person's birthday on every day of the year in there. And I remember him telling me, he said, well, my card, he said, that they put in there as my personal tarot card for his date was the Fool. And he said, I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. And he said the Fool card, because he has that dog that looks just like the little dog in the Fool card. And that dog is really truly like joined to him. You know how some people, like with my bunnies, I call Bunsen my soul bunny, because she's just like, she's like my little baby. She's always with me, always around me. And that dog is like that with him. And I told him, so that dog is like your little spirit friend. Yeah. Sancho Panza is a, God, what the heck is he? he's a snickerdoodle. Sancho Panza is a St. Croix maned snickerdoodle. That's what they're called. And he just looks exactly like that little dog in the Fool card. He's got that curled up little tail and that little snout, and he just looks exactly like the little dog in the Fool card. He is, he's snickerdoodle. Like the cookie. Aw, David, we're rooting for you here. You know that. I believe in you. I believe in Capricorns. I do. Like, I believe in Capricorns because I know our ability to pull ourselves out of crappy situations is very strong. Even if we don't feel strong, we are strong. Dropping off and listening to Cappy later. Yes, Krista, you get your good rest. You get your good rest, baby. Yes. Yeah, yeah, The Graduate. Plastics. That's pretty prophetic, isn't it? And you know, and not, yeah, yeah, all the Simon and Garfunkel music. It's crazy, but my mom, you know, she was like younger than me when that movie was brand new, which is wild to think about. Yeah. Anne Bancroft and Dustin Hoffman. Oh my goodness. That's a great old movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Krista is a fellow Capricorn, David. We understand those heavy black moods. You've never seen The Graduate, Hair Raisin? Really? You've not seen that movie? Wow, that's like a cinema classic. It really is. It's one of those like kind of offbeat comedies, and it's really it's kind of a dark comedy in a way. It really is. Um, it's very different, but the acting is great in it, and it is just has some really like funny moments. It does, and the music is good. Music is great in it, of course. Um, Something I've been enjoying watching on whatchamacallit on YouTube. Something I've been watching on YouTube is people reacting to like classic movies that they've never seen before, like The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, or just, you know, these old kind of classics. And it's so funny. Sharing my celebration. Oh yeah. I know, Ms. Mindful, and definitely anytime you're in here, please feel free to share your website. Let us know about it, um, because it looks beautiful. It really does. Very exciting. But yeah, I've been enjoying watching people react to like these classic movies, because it's like I grew up with a lot of those. My dad was huge on movies. He loved films. He loved movies. Um, Especially the classics, you know. And so it's like it's mind-blowing for me to see people like adults that have never seen these movies, and I'm like, oh, it's like you've never seen, oh yeah, Seven Samurai. Are you kidding me? HP? Of course. I'm an Aikido student. I have a freaking sword next to my bed. Have I seen Seven Samurai? I am this I am one of the samurai. As I pull out my sword, I'm like, yes, I have. Ah, Toshiro Mifune. Yes, yes. I have three swords. I have this is my favorite because it's the wakizashi length. It's not as long as the full on katana, and I like it better for my height. I really do. Oh, I know. You could get me talking about him forever. Lovecraft, Mifune. Wow. And oh, he was an Aries. I remember when I first showed my mom a Mifune movie and she was like, he is good looking. I'm like, yeah. He was like one of the best looking dudes in movies ever, I think. It's like he was just a beautiful man. Seven Samurai, very interestingly, I think this is an interesting connection. The samurai flicks were kind of the same as the Western flicks, you know, at the same time. Oh, that's funny, Lovecraft. Yeah. Um, yeah, he gets the moms hot and bothered. They're like, yeah, the samurai movies and the Western, like the cowboy movies, had a very similar kind of vibe, you know, going on west to east, you know, West Coast versus, you know, American versus Asian. And so, you know, like a lot of those stories were kind of similar because it was a bit of a glorification of, you know, these kind of warrior, you know, people from, you know, another time. And so, you know, Westerns were definitely that glorification of the gunslingers, you know, of the Old West. And the samurais, you know, movies were sort of a glorification of the sword slingers of the Old East. And so there's a lot of similarities. And the Seven Samurai was ended up being transformed into the Magnificent Seven, which was a popular Western in America. And I think there were actually a couple, like, there was another one that was almost identical, and I think that the writers might have even sued for the rights or something over it. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was another Toshiro Mifune movie, because there's just such a huge correlation between samurai movies and cowboy movies. It's really interesting, actually, for cinema buffs. But I remember watching Seven Samurai with my dad because I told him, I said, this is basically where that story, the Magnificent Seven, was based on. And, oh, Charles Bronson was in a lot. He was awesome. He was a Scorpio. Oh my gosh, could he have been more of a Scorpio? One of my favorites was Once Upon a Time in the West, the old Sergio Leone movies. And Bronson was in that, and he's such a Scorpio in it. He doesn't say much the whole time, and he's got that revenge mission going on, and he's just sitting there observing. He knows everybody's business. It's like, that's a Scorpio right there. That one had Jason Robards, who was a Leo, and Henry Fonda, who was an Aquarius. It's a very interesting dynamic. Yeah, love that movie. Yeah, oh, I get very passionate about movies and oh, I love them. Yeah. But but yeah, no, and I get of course into the astrology. Into the astrology because I always like to look up the signs of the actors or the directors. Sergio Leone was a Capricorn dragon, like me. Maybe that's why I like those old spaghetti westerns so much because yeah, he was a Capricorn dragon. And Ennio Morricone, who wrote all the soundtracks, was a Scorpio. Scorpio and Capricorn together. Yojimbo, yeah, that's what it was. Yes, that is a great movie. That is a great freaking movie. I'd say that's actually one of my favorites of his. Yes, amazing. No, I'm a big fan of films. I really am, and I get that from my dad. I do. I don't know if I would have so much of that if it hadn't been for him because my dad was so intensely into his movies. He would watch his favorites again and again. He would know everything about the actors and the ways that they got made, and it was fun. It was so fun hanging out with my dad. He was so into his stuff. And he was very passionate about good movies. He was into it. And he loved his old stuff. He loved the classic movies, but he would watch anything. Like, he would sit and watch my stuff, you know, that was newer. But I really do think that, you know, knowing those old movies and those classics and seeing that kind of stuff, um, it gives you a really deep appreciation of film. Some of his favorites, oh gosh, he loved In the Heat of the Night. Sidney Poitier, oh my goodness, he loved him. Um, we watched that one a lot. In the Heat of the Night, that's a powerful movie. It's very intense. It's so good, so good. Um, yeah, Sidney Poitier was a Pisces. He had that, oh, the Pisces magic. Um, and of course, he loved his westerns. Oh, he loved his westerns. He loved all his dramas too. He liked all those, you know, Casablanca and, you know, some of those old classic like film noir. You know, Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. You know, all those kind. He was, oh, he had a huge movie collection. My dad. Oh my God, he had like every movie. If he could have done anything, I feel like he would have had like his own little theater and played all his favorite classic films. That's what he would have done. If he could have done anything he wanted to, he would have done that. And that's not an easy way to make a living, but that was where his heart was. He'd always say that. He's like, I would make the popcorn and I wouldn't charge people too much for it. Oh, yeah, David, I know. Capricorns can be very hard on themselves. We can be. Capricorn and Virgo, I think both tend to be, in a way, some of the hardest signs on themselves. We're tough on ourselves. We're tough on other people too, but we're really tough on ourselves. I've always joked that if you think a Capricorn or a Virgo are hard on you, you should see how hard they are on themselves. It's for real. I think Earth signs in general. Taurus, I don't know if Taurus, you markers, you're a Taurus out there. You tell us, what do you think? Are Taurus people real hard on themselves? I feel like they're a little bit less so. I feel like they're a little bit more in the moment than Virgo and Capricorn in a lot of ways. Something gets weird for Earth signs when they get older. Yeah. I feel like in a lot of ways that's why classic movies and stuff like that are so powerful for a lot of folks, is because it's the storytelling thing, and humans love stories. We love stories. We just it goes back to just, you know, sitting around a fire and coming up with tales, coming up with stories. And I think that's why, like, you know, to this day, you know, theater and film are still so important to people because people love stories. Storytelling is huge. It's just awesome. Like, it's, to me, that's what it is. And it's like, you know, good writing and good stories. We run on that. We run on that. That's awesomeness. Yeah. Yeah. David. I would say that Taurus people and Virgo people do make good writers. They do make good writers. They do. They tend to have a real. I have a good friend named Liz who's a story writer and an author, and it is Taurus people. They have a way of being very, like, immersive, very immersive. They can, like I said, Taurus is the most sensual sign of the zodiac, and so they really know how to write in a way that makes you feel like you're there. They're really good at it. It's a lot of famous Taurus authors. You can look up a list of them. There's tons. Shakespeare, of course, being probably the most famous. But there's many. There's many. Yeah. And Virgos are just prolific. Stephen King is a Virgo, and he says he suffers from just, once he starts, you know, he can't stop, and he's got these books that are that 1,000 pages long, and it's just like, way too much, dude, way too much. Of course, Capricorns can be bad that way too. Lord of the Rings was written by a Capricorn, and he sure wrote a big old thick bunch of books. Oh my goodness. And that, I think that's a very Capricorn book, Lord of the Rings, because it really, he was trying to kind of create that mythic history for England. Yeah. And so that's a very Capricorn book. It's about language and age and origins of things, and yeah. Fascinating to think about how our astrology affects what we produce. Yeah. I agree, David. And I think in a lot of ways it's partly human nature, irregardless of sign, to be kind of tough on ourselves. Oh. No. No, I think guys are equally hard on themselves as women. They just aren't always as vocal about it. But David, last night when you emailed me and you said, like that good things don't last, like because like knowing your grandmother passed and feeling like good things don't last. The thing I wanted to say was that bad things don't last either. That's the thing, it's like those good things may not last in the same way, right? Physical experiences come and go. That's why there's a power in that saying, this too shall pass, because it reminds you that when you're experiencing something good, appreciate it. When you're experiencing something bad, realize it won't last forever, because all things will pass. And like, and I do, what I do feel though, and maybe not everybody may agree, but I do feel like love is lasting. I do feel like love lasts. That's the thing. Good physical experiences, wow. I mean, I miss my dad every day. I would, to just hang out with him again, talk to him, laugh with him, eat dinner with him, all the good stuff we used to do. I miss that so much. And I know that those good physical experiences like that, I won't experience those again in this lifetime with him in the same way. No, that's that part of the continuum has been completed. But what I do believe is that his spirit is eternal. I don't think he'll ever be gone from me. I know he's not. And if in some ways I feel his presence even more strongly now than I did when he was physically alive in the body. And it's interesting. And I also just feel like the energy of love and connection, they never leave us. They never go away. I know my dad is around. I can feel his love. I can feel it when he hugs me. Like, I'll get this warm sensation around me, and it's like, whoa, there he is. And so I just want to remind you, David, your grandmother is not gone. She's just in a different room. You just can't see her right now, but she's there. She's there. She's probably hanging out with my dad, and I would recommend talking to her whenever you want, because I do that with my dad whenever I want. Whenever I feel like I want to say something, I just say it. I just speak it out and I say, hey, Dad. I was watching some the other day, that some kind of music I was listening to that I knew he would like. And I just said, hey, Dad, are you watching this with me? And I just felt like he was, I felt like he was there. And so yeah, definitely talk to her, David. Talk to your passed on ancestors. When they're in the spirit world, they're even more powerful in a way in your life. They're even more present. And they can understand everything about you now that they couldn't understand when they were limited by being in a physical body. So it's a very powerful change to the relationship. And it's beautiful. It's sort of like getting the other side of what that relationship is. And a lot of my extended family died pretty young. Like, by the time I was 17, all my grandparents were gone, all of them. That's when my last grandparent died, when I was 17. That was my mom's mother, and I didn't know any of them especially well. And I didn't know any of them really as like an adult. I mean, I didn't spend much time at all with my mom's mother, because she lived in Baltimore. We lived in Atlanta. We saw her some, But I wouldn't say that I had like, you know, that kind of relationship with her where I really, really knew her. Um, didn't really know my dad's mother very well, same situation. You know, we saw them here and there, but it's not like I really got to know them as an adult. I was a little kid. Um, never met either of my grandfathers because they were, you know, my dad's dad was just, he was terrible. He abandoned the whole family, so he was never a part of things. And which is interesting too, because let me tell you, I tell this to people all the time. I said, you know, people that have like a bad father figure or lack thereof, my dad had like the worst dad. My dad could not stand his father. He was just a terrible guy, like in every way, and he was abusive and all of the, you know, alcoholic, the whole thing. But my dad turned out to be this great guy. He turned out to be this wonderful father. And so I tell people, your past does not determine your future. Both of my parents came from very difficult homes, broken homes, alcohol, abuse, all that stuff. And they still turned out to be really damn good parents. And they were together their whole life. And they survived it. They transcended it. So I just know that, like, David, if you're going through hard stuff, you don't have to be stuck in it forever. You can change your life. You can. I believe in that. I really believe in that. Because my parents were both dirt poor. They came from nothing, and they transformed it. And they weren't perfect, but they were pretty damn good. Good night, hair raisin. Good night, sweetheart. I gotta wrap it up soon here and go get something to eat. Yeah. Yes. Yes. See, that's the thing, David. My dad's dad abandoned the family when he was 10. Oh, hey, Terry. Good to see you. Um, yeah. Yeah, it's a very similar energy. I'm telling you. It's yeah. Don't lose faith. Don't give up heart. You've got more support than you probably realize you do. We're here. And you have spiritual support. They're there. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to go take off. I'm going to fix some food. And I'm planning on coming back in here tomorrow around about 5 or 6. Just check your notifications. But I'll be on for the Beltane celebration. Wow, Terry, hip replacement. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot going on. You and Krista both had some surgeries going on. Yeah, David, I think that's interesting that you're in Baltimore. It's a big connection because that's where my mom grew up. She had a very hard life up there. It was very challenging, and I still have an aunt and uncle that live there. Yeah. It's a tough place. It always has been. It was back then, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will love craft. Dragons always... We always get excited when we're eating. I'm going to pour some of this from this one to this one because there's too much wax in this. You know how sometimes you get candles got too much wax? So I don't want to melt even. There we go. There you go. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night. Thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah, I'm going to fly around and swoop down upon some things. Dragon grabs a sheep or a cow or something, and they say, "Dragon, bring it back." She says, "Now. I found it." The bunnies are great, Terry. The bunnies are doing awesome. I need to bring them onto a stream soon again. Yep. Bring it back, dragon. Nope. Once the dragon grabs it, it's hers. She's flying with it. We all meet for a reason, David. We all meet for a reason. Sometimes we're just here to help each other get through this thing called life, as Prince said. This thing called life. Yes, Terry, many blessings and good energy for quick healing. Yep, claws are owned. All right, my babies, take care. I'll be seeing you tomorrow and probably Sunday as well if my throat holds out. Gotta keep the voice in good shape. But I'll be seeing you soon. Have a wonderful evening, and I will be back with you before you know it. Take care.